Hey guys, today I brought a guest into the studio. Jason here has been watching my videos for a little while and had some floating plants that I really needed, so I brought him in here to tell us all about floating plants. Boy, you've got a ton of stuff. Thank you for coming in today.
Thanks for having me today.
All right, we're going to get into all this, tell you all about floating plants, all the many wonderful things about them in just a second. Hey YouTube, this is Pecktec, and today Jason and I are going to dive deep into some floating plants.
Hello everybody.
So you've got a company that you're starting called Fish Tank Therapy?
Yes.
Right? And tell us about that a little bit.
We are trying to start a non-for-profit that will bring fish tanks to people that need them, like children's hospitals and soldiers with PTSD and things like that.
That sounds amazing. What a great cause.
Thank you.
Very cool. So you're just getting started.
Yes.
And
our website is being built right now.
yeah, and he's got a Facebook page already.
Yes.
So I'm going to put a link to his Facebook page.
And Instagram.
And then you can get updates on that if you're interested and want to contribute or get some plants or participate in anything he's got going on. There'll be a link for that in the description down below. All right, so tell me about some of these strange and interesting plants you brought us today.
I think floating plants are overlooked in our hobby a lot. Most people don't have them in their planted tanks, I feel, and it adds another dimension to your tank that people are missing. So
now sometimes they're a plague.
Yes,
right.
Depends
so you've got
on the floating plant and your filtration.
Right. So I've got what Dustin calls aquarium herpes, which is
or duckweed.
Yeah, duckweed, and it's gotten to the point where sometimes you'll reach in and it's all over your arm. It's like you've got green hair all over your arm and stuff. But that's really the only floating plant I've had. Other than some pond plants, that's really the only floating plant that I've really been exposed to. So these are, and I had this in my pond. What is this thing?
Water hyacinth.
Water hyacinth.
Which
Hyacinth.
Which does great in ponds. It will double its size in a few days, really. Every week it will double to triple its size. And it has very interesting black roots that spread out when they're in the water, and it's great for baby fry to hide in. That's why I like to use it. And it has these cool little bubbles that are hollow, that help it float.
Okay, so they're like little flotation devices for the plants.
Which a lot of these floating plants, actually, this frog bit is hollow and has like a bubble in the leaf that you can feel that keeps it floating as well.
Okay, this is what started it all for us, folks. I saw this frog bit, and I've had a lot of my viewers tell me that I should use this in my tanks to help suck up extra nutrients.
Great for nitrogen reduction.
Yeah, and also maybe some light reduction.
Yes.
Okay, my sister just started a tank, and it's a rimless tank, so it doesn't have, a lid.
Yeah.
And she's had some problems with the fish wanting to jump
out.
Get jumpers. Yeah, that sort of thing. And so I'm hoping that we can grow a lot of this frog bit over the top and both cut down on the massive light that comes out of it, and also maybe give an artificial lid to sort of keep the fish at bay and keep them maybe from jumping. Now, what she wants to put in there eventually is a puffer fish. They don't tend to jump, at least not like endlers do.
Yeah, no.
So this will both give them a place to hide from the cat. And
yes, shelter from the cat is always good.
And
it grows great roots for baby fish as well.
Wow. Oh, so the baby fish can hide in there too. Another benefit of the floating plants. Okay, so what's this one?
This is hornwort. It's kind of not so pretty out of the water, but when it's in the water, it floats up like this or floats along the top, and it will grow very long.
Wow.
And it is quite good at soaking up nitrogen and nitrates and things. And a lot of breeders use it, and if they're having a tank crash, they will throw a lot of this in to help balance it out.
Really?
Yes. And again, when it's in the water and it's floating really nice, it's great for baby fish to hide in. My guppies love it.
Yeah, that looks like it'd be prime ground for those baby guppies to kind of escape into.
Yes.
And what's this?
This is water lettuce, but don't eat it.
Doesn't taste good,
It feels
or
like
or is it
fiberglass.
poisonous?
It's actually poisonous, and it feels like fiberglass because it's got these little fibers on it that it grows, and it's quite painful. I heard if you chew on it, and then it makes your tongue go numb, from what I've been told.
Wow.
But it also grows great roots.
People in college,
Fry.
people I went to college with would do that for fun. Numb? Really?
Yeah. Great roots for fry as well. And another one that's great for soaking up nitrogen.
How cool. Very cool. And we got some smaller ones over here too.
And this is actually the flower of it. In the middle here, if you can
Show me
see.
your flower.
That is the flower of the water lettuce.
How pretty. That is really neat.
And then we've got one of my favorite, new favorite floating plant is Mosquito Fern, which is these little teeny tiny, gets little roots on the bottom and these little like flakes of green.
That is a really neat. Will this run crazy? Like,
Yes, it has a chance in the optimal conditions to turn into a big giant mat in your tank. But if you remove it at regular intervals, you won't have any problems. But water treatment plants actually use it to pull heavy metals and things out of the water. So it is great for your plant, for your fish tank health.
It's a really pretty. It's a lot prettier than
duckweed and
duckweed,
stuff. That's what I
yeah.
like. And I haven't had problems with it since it's a little bigger than duckweed. I don't have as many problems with it with filters as the duckweed.
You actually pointed out that I have this growing in the pond. I didn't know what it was. In the I guess in different scenarios too, it'll grow different colors.
Yes, reds and browns and rusty kind of colors and sort of yellows and oranges.
What I have going in the pond is all red, and this appears to be pretty green. I'll show you a picture of that too. But very cool. Then we have
Salvinia, which is another water fern. It has no roots at all. It is a true fern. Got some duckweed stuck to it.
Plague.
But it grows nice little hairs all over it. Again, it's kind of like duckweed where it will take over the top of your tank very fast. But it's also a little better because it's not so small.
Right.
So it won't get stuck in your filter so bad. But I don't recommend this for something with a hang-on-the-back filter or something like that, where the water's pushing down through the surface, because it's going to push it down, and it's going to get caught in your other plants, and it'll die off.
I found with duckweed in my tanks, like if it goes down, it'll get under the leaf of another plant.
Yes.
So then you go to clean it out, and then you kind of brush the plant, and a whole new batch
just pops right up to the top. You don't even know it's all down there.
Or it'll go down and just go to the intake of your filter and just kind of stay there until you cut it off.
Your flow too.
Yeah, it slows the flow down. Plus, when you pull the cord out to do a water change or something, it all floats back up. So,
I use duckweed in my outdoor totes, the ponds that I don't have filtration on, just plants doing the filtration for me. So I don't have any mechanical filtration to worry about.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
So that's where it works out for me.
How big are your tubs out there?
35 gallons. Just regular Rubbermaid totes that you get at Walmart or whatever.
Are you breeding fish in there
yes,
too?
Guppies and platies.
Oh, very cool. He brought me some, what kind of the guppies?
Black Moscows.
Black Moscow guppies. Really, really pretty. I put them in there with the head. So they're in there with a, I forgot what I named it. Fred the head. They're in there with that guy. So that was really cool. Well, thank you so much for coming by and showing me all these cool plants.
No problem.
I'm going to stick these. I've got the new tank that I built with a hand is kind of turned into algae town over there. It's I just spent half an hour cleaning it out, and I spent another half an hour cleaning it out just 2 days ago.
Yeah.
So I've got CO2 going in there and pretty bright light. The plants are just starting to grow, but they're not really taking over. I'm going to throw some of this on top and sort of break up the light a little bit, suck up those extra nutrients, and I'm hoping these long roots and stuff will look neat, kind of like maybe like they're part of the tree or something like that.
And it's great when you have shrimp in them with them, because the shrimp will run up and down the roots and clean the roots for you and stuff, so it's neat.
Cool. I'd really like to put some shrimp in there too. I haven't decided for sure what I want to stock it with, but it might be the Ember Tetras from my other tank I might put in there, and maybe some like fancier shrimp. I've got cherry red shrimp everywhere, but I'd like to put something a little
Get
fancier.
some blue shrimps myself.
Oh
That's what
yeah,
I'm looking for down the road.
oh blue. I tried to keep the crystal shrimp once, and it didn't do too well. But maybe I might try.
I'm scared about the crystals myself. I haven't tried those yet.
They go for a lot. They're very expensive. And I've got cherry red shrimp in like every single aquarium that doesn't have something that'll eat cherry red shrimp.
Our water here in Knoxville area is good for the crystal or the cherries, and not so good for the crystals. They need that softer water. So.
Yeah, they need really soft water, don't they?
So that's why I've been nervous with them myself.
Yeah. I think at our local store, the aquarium, they put RO water in there and stuff. So, and Kerrigan's thinking about keeping crystal shrimp because she's got RO water for her saltwater tank. So she's already bringing it home, and she's set up a little 3-gallon tank, so she might do it in there. Occasionally, there's a helicopter that flies over.
Yeah.
I think he thinks I'm growing drugs in here.
That's the lights.
All the lights and stuff. I'll see them. They go around and around my house, and then they go away. All right, folks, that's all we got for you today. Thank you so much, Jason, for coming by and bringing your cool plants to talk to us about. I'm going to throw that frog bit in my tank. Till next time, follow your bliss. Keep a clean tank. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
Just him. We brought some him into this. That was ridiculous.
He didn't just bring plants. He didn't just bring plants. He brought the whole family. Look at all these people.
I'm not a person. I'm an awesome person.
Look at this awesome person.
Had to bring this awesome person. And
This
other
awesome person.
Because we've been watching you, and they would have killed me if I didn't bring them.
I am so happy to meet all of you. This has been like a real treat for me too.
Awesome.
It's been great.
Yay! Now get out.
Okay.